Our purpose is to map, measure, and monitor stakeholder networks for their alignment with earnings growth and risk reduction mandates, which will enable management, corporate boards, and investors to achieve greater performance outcomes. To accomplish this, we build custom stakeholder network models to reveal root causes of enterprise performance and enterprise risk results. Stakeholders in your performance include thousands of other individuals: friends and family, customers and suppliers, competitors, board members and shareholders, banks and insurance companies, local communities, governments, and the environment, among others. These constituents have dynamic and complex relationship interactions over time. There are many functions, labels, and brand names for networks in our lives. Perhaps knowledge networks, human networks, and social networks have most captured our collective imagination. We believe our trademark Stakeholder Networks reflects a holistic perspective and goal-directed performance context which underlies and frames the purpose of every branded network. At the highest level, we are all stakeholders. But what is our personal stake or interest in any one company, group, or issue? Since 2003, we have helped clients understand the stakeholder network's context, and we've calculated the relevance and relative value of each stakeholder impacting their specific performance outcomes. So we're each connected or linked to hundreds of online friends and contacts. What does that mean? How can we design and achieve better engagement models in those networks? For executives and other high-performance individuals, it is critical to understand and harness the power of your own relationship networks, and to understand the relevance and context of your capabilities in alignment with those that already exist within a particular company or organization. This insight is especially critical for sales management, executive management, career management, and in professional advisory situations. For organizations and companies, it is critical to understand that individual stakeholders have discretion over how to align their networks in specific situations and performance contexts. Individual roles, functions, responsibilities, attributes, affiliations, demographics, and geographic considerations all converge to influence personal behavior and performance in context of each branded network. Government and regulatory authorities are not directly involved in corporate decision-making and operating performance, but these constituents determine the rules and cost structure for the business ecosystem in their jurisdictions. As such, it is critical to recognize that people and companies continually assess the alignment and impact of regulatory authorities on their own financial objectives. The relationships between individual people drive transactions between companies. Our objective is to bring visibility and measurement to each individual's efforts and their alignment with the client's financial interests. People have relationships internal and external to their employer, which are used to help or hinder progress with targeted outcomes. Corporate collaboration data can reveal employee interactions and whether their decisions are made in alignment with company objectives. Whether in sales channels or supply chains, companies leverage the knowledge and relationships of their people to win in each market. Those with superior agility and insight will outperform those who do not effectively navigate through the complexity of their operating environments. To build a better path forward, we need a greater understanding of the interplay between individual performance and corporate performance, each in context of the regulatory, governance, and taxation issues unique to each group and market. This context model summarizes the key stakeholder groups for any size organization, from a one-person startup to the largest companies and governments in the world. Political leadership requires understanding the similarities and differences among our stakeholders. Transparency, trust, and respect are required in order to achieve sustainable growth. So we understand how the component parts of engines and machines work together to produce a result. We even understand how the component parts of the human body work together to enable healthy functioning in our daily lives. each subsystem and cell plays a role in our health and viability. But how healthy is the corporate body from the inside out? The component parts of any company or network can be segmented into its various functional roles, stakeholders, and related budget performance expectations. We can study each individual stakeholder or node to reveal the inbound and outbound links from that node to all other nodes in the company's network. These links are then brought to life with interaction data that occurs between the linked nodes, such as sales orders, purchase orders, cash receipts and disbursements, emails, instant messages, or phone calls. The resulting model of the network can then be analyzed using key performance metrics at various levels. The models can be studied and viewed statistically, graphically, and geographically to provide analysts and management with additional insights and perspectives on the relative health of each company by their functional roles, individual locations, operating teams, and individuals. Our consultants have performed hundreds of stakeholder assessments for companies of all sizes across more than 50 industry sectors globally. These efforts have identified tens of billions of dollars in annual earnings improvement for public and private companies. The greatest challenge we've seen in client engagements is the lack of a single context model of the enterprise and its stakeholders. By context model, we mean the source of one truth about personal, professional, or organizational performance. A centralized, dynamic view of one's financial condition that includes details about how each underlying stakeholder influences, drives, or constrains current performance outcomes. Since all business is conducted locally between people in very diverse business and regulatory environments, the need to understand context at the local, regional, national, and global levels has never been greater. These highly customized and interactive stakeholder models are invaluable for performance assessments and benchmarking, strategic planning, due diligence, business valuation, mergers and acquisitions, post-acquisition integration, restructurings, forensic analysis, compliance audits, organizational transformation efforts, and for other educational, training, and team collaboration purposes. Data is everywhere. We harness the bits and bytes of data flowing throughout corporate intranets, extranets, and the Internet to build relevant stakeholder network models with key performance metrics. The models provide precision roadmaps of not just what is going on, but they also illuminate what should be and even what could be going on by benchmarking client data against reference models and other proprietary scoring measures. The result is to significantly improve understanding of performance dependencies, increase expectations for transparency and behavioral alignment, and ultimately achieve higher standards of performance accountability. The PVS solution goes far beyond social media, social web, or social graph analytics. When you need to know what is really going on in your professional or enterprise networks, please contact us through StakeholderNetworks.com. Thank you for watching, and we hope to hear from you soon.